What's going on YouTube? 0088 here, and I just finished watching episode 3 of Marvel's What If. And like I said in my previous video, I thought we were going to get into something more what ify rather than just character swaps. Like, some people in my comment section, I got a little bit disliked to my previous review of episode 1 and 2. Some people in my comment section were like, let's read it, Let me just address this real quick. So Bella says, you're mad because it's basically a character swap. That's literally the whole point of the show. We see what would happen if they switched. Plus, it's not even just that. The storylines are somewhat different. The way the characters act are different too. Your point makes no sense because that's the whole point of the show. It's not supposed to be this amazing show, stopping Marvel show with complex storylines and shit. It's an animated show to entertain us until other movies come out. Literally, why hate on it? I didn't hate on it. I literally just said how I feel about it. I said it was. I liked it. I liked I liked the animation. I liked the first episode. It was like some fight scenes were cool, but I just thought the concept could have been a bit deeper. Like episode 3. Episode 3 is a perfect example of what could be done with this. Episode 1 and 2 felt kind of like just to warm you up to it. I guess that's what they were doing there. But yeah, I was just gonna tell you how I feel about it. I ain't gonna be like all these, big YouTubers that just suck the dick of Marvel just because, it looks good on there. They can't hate on Marvel, otherwise they get loads of hate in their comments like I'm getting. But I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, the very first What If comic was What If Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four. That's already 10 more times creative and more interesting plot point than the first 2 episodes of the character swap show. Yeah, it's not What If Johnny Storm was Spider-Man. It's not creative. So even back in the 60s or whenever What If started, what if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four? Already an interesting concept, not just an unimaginative, boring character swap. Look, the way I'm assuming this is a she because her name is Bella, the way she said it's not supposed to be this amazing show, it's like we literally invite mediocrity. Anyway, let me not get into that. The main one I wanted to talk about, this guy coming back at me because he just watched episode 3, getting excited, thinking he could catch me in a gotcha moment, and said, episode 3 makes your whole argument dumb as hell. You will get what you want. I bet you'll complain about it also. And then I replied, I hadn't seen it at this point yet. This was 5 hours ago. I said, if it is what I think it is, and I already said in the video, if you actually watched the video, I already said in the video that I think the next ones are going to be more of what I want, where what if Loki had beat the Avengers or whatever, or what if Doctor Strange was evil, or what if Killmonger was sent back to Wakanda when he was a kid rather than had to grow up in America filled with all this hate and stuff. Yeah, like I already said that in the videos. People just react and get emotional and just go in the comment sections and go crazy without even watching the full video to hear it. And he says, and I replied saying, look, if you watch the video, you'd realize that I already said the next episodes might be something more. Anyway, so he replies, go have some cheese with all that wine. Oh, clever, funny. You spent 8 minutes crying in a car, what? About the character swapping of the first 2 episodes. Now episode 3 comes along and there's no character swap, so let's see if you think episode 3 is underwhelming also. The episode is out, no need to speculate what it's about, just go watch it. It will be hilarious watching you contradict yourself as you look for stuff to nitpick and bitch about. Man, it's crazy, these people think that are actually just trying to hate on Marvel, just hate on Marvel. No, if Marvel do good, I'm gonna get excited. Look at the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, I got super excited about that. There's nothing I could really point out that I really hated, apart from like Zendaya as MJ. But I'm not gonna waffle. If something's good, I'm gonna love it. If something's crap, I'm gonna tell you it's crap. I don't know why people get so defensive about Marvel that it's almost like if you say anything bad, and it can't be bad. It must mean you have this horrible agenda over Marvel. Like, I don't know. People are crazy, man. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, the episode was sick. The episode was good because like I said in my previous review, that I want this to be what if this happens and this happens, not what if these characters swapped. What if this character swapped? Like this episode far exceeds the previous episodes of what if T'Challa was a Gary Stew, and what if Peggy Carter did exactly the same shit Steve Rogers did, except not as interesting. Like, this episode was so much better. Like, first of all, I love the concept of like this. The mystery was sick. You didn't know what was going on. You didn't know who was killing the Avengers left and right. Like, Tony Stark died and Hawkeye and all this kind of stuff. And it was quite serious in tone. There was some stupid jokes. The jokes were actually quite few. I didn't mind how many jokes there were, but because the jokes were so inappropriate, so out of place, and so stupid, it made it feel like it was really irritating. It's like they didn't have enough time to inject as many jokes as they wanted, so let's just make them the most outrageous, irritating jokes that you can possible, just to get that MCU humor in there. It's like, what? Like, there was literally one joke where Coulson was like, even when Thor's dead, he smells amazing, or something like that. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, what? And then even Nick Fury joined in. He was like, yeah, he does. And then like Hawkeye's like, oh wow, his hair really is flowy, when he was about to shoot him. But yeah, talking of that, I loved how they connected all the scenes from the original movies. This is going to be a fan favorite because there's going to be so many recognizable moments from the previous films before the Avengers film and the first Avengers film. And it was nice seeing kind of like a little mini what if Bruce Banner was, what if Mark Ruffalo had played Bruce Banner back in the original Incredible Hulk film. Like, that was interesting to see. I'm not sure if that was Elizabeth Tyler doing the voice of Betty Ross. I'm not sure if that was Elizabeth Tyler, but it did sound like her. And I'm not even sure if that was Scarlett Johansson. Whoever, if that's not Scarlett Johansson, damn, that's a good voice actress. I'm thinking it was Scarlett Johansson. I know that was definitely Mark Ruffalo. I saw his name in the titles. And there was a part where I was like, man, he's going to have to call Captain Marvel. And I'm the first guy to tell you how much I don't like Captain Marvel. Like, she sucks, right? She sucks. But even me was saying, nah, he has to call Captain Marvel, because what can he do? And when he went to get the pager out, I was like, yeah, I can't even be mad at this. I'm not, like Roger Black, you will be happy to know that I can't even be mad at him calling Captain Marvel, because he has to. Like, this is what would naturally happen based on what we know so far. And that's all I've wanted from, because the previous MC, like literally in episode 2, Star-Lord, like T'Challa's name is Star-Lord. That was the name that was given to Peter Quill by his dying mother. That literally doesn't make any sense why he'll be called Star-Lord. And before anyone says it, I've seen the article where the showrunner or whoever said that Star-Lord, she got the name from Peter's dad because he's a Star-Lord, because his ego, the living planet, and she thinks her son should be like a Star-Lord because his ego is his dad. So then Yondu somehow magically gets the idea to call Peter Star-Lord somehow. It was in the ether. That's what it said in the article that I read about how it sounds like some absolute bullshit. It sounds like they're just trying to figure out a way to connect it and make it make sense. But no, T'Challa should not have been called Star-Lord. But yeah, in this episode, however, him calling Captain Marvel, all that kind of stuff, all of it makes perfect sense. And he didn't even call her in the end because he had an idea, or he figured something out. He was going to use get Loki's help, which was clever. But yeah, I didn't even get Loki's help for what? Basically, they had to fight Yellow Jacket. Not even Ant-Man, but Yellow Jacket. And it's actually a precedent for that from the comics, because at some point, I believe... actually, I can't even... I'm not even 100% sure, but at some point, I believe Hank Pym becomes Yellow Jacket. And I think he gets a bit evil, right? Or he gets, like, he goes mad, or something happens to Hank Pym and he goes evil. So I think that happens. I'm not sure. Correct me on that. Maybe I'm getting confused with the cartoon where Yellow Jacket, and in the film Yellow Jacket's a bad guy, but it's Hank Pym. It's well confusing. Someone correct me. Someone that knows more about comics than me, let me know in the comments about where Yellow Jacket comes from. So it was all about Hope Van Dyne, and Hank Pym went absolutely crazy. If this is Hank Pym's personality, when two of his people die, we need to keep a close eye on him. Well, he's dead. Well, actually, no, he's still alive. Yeah, we need to keep a close eye on him. Post Endgame, because if something happens to Hope Van Dyne or Scott, or he loses Janet again, then yeah, shit is going wrong. How is he this efficient to kill Tony Stark, kill Hulk, kill Hawkeye, kill Thor, and kill Black Widow? How is he this efficient? Like, when he's this pissed, Hank Pym's the most dangerous man on the planet. Like, god damn. But yeah, it was a sick episode. Even to counteract what I just said, like, I think I guess the best way to stop the Avengers is to get them before they become the Avengers. When they become the Avengers, that's when they're at their strongest. Even when they're fighting in Civil War and stuff, like, they're really aware of what they can do. Whereas they don't really, they're kind of arrogant, they're in their own world, they haven't even found themselves yet post the first Avengers, pre the first Avengers movie. So that's probably, yeah, it was smart for them to have the Avengers get taken out. Do the what if the Avengers got taken out, as in make it a pre-thing before they join up together. That's probably the only way you could get them. And would that really happen if Yellow Jacket threw one of those increased size things, I don't know what to call it, into Hulk's heart? Like, is that the best way to kill the Hulk? Will that actually work? I don't know. I feel like even comic Hulk would stop that shit. I don't know. Like, MCU Hulk's power levels always fluctuates, man. It's crazy. But yeah, like, some of my favourite parts, Black Widow's little fight scene was cool, bit over the top. She was a bit like, I don't know, she was like almost like a speedster or something. I was like, what? Why is Black Widow so quick? Yeah, but it was a cool fight scene. This was like Nick Fury's episode. He was quite prominent in it, and Samuel Jackson did a really good job. You know, at first he sounded a bit dead, like when he was reciting the same lines he did in Iron Man 2. Didn't sound as alive as he did in Iron Man 2. But then, as time went on, you could hear like Samuel Jackson like getting better and better as the voice acting as the episode went on. It was good. I liked seeing like the imagery of the Watcher in the background, like just standing there watching. I was like, hey, he's watching the show with us, man. What do you think of this Watcher? I feel like asking him, what's going on? Like, is this a good episode? I think it's alright episode, you know. Like, I never noticed if was he there. Let me know if he was there in episode 1 and 2. I never noticed if he was there, but in this one you could proper see him in the background just watching. Like, I was like, damn, this guy's gonna interfere at some point, maybe in the final episode, and combine universes and make a new crazy, maybe bring Tony Stark back. Who knows? I don't know what universes he's watching. It's something crazy going to happen where we're going to get Cap back and Tony Stark back, and they're going to look a little bit different because, you know, Rob Downey Jr. ain't going to come back. But whoever has to fill Rob Downey Jr.'s shoes, jeez, I feel sorry for that man. But anyway, or woman in this day and age. But anyway, yeah, so episode was great. I'm trying to think of any other things that happened in the episode that I just thought was really interesting. I liked all the connections. I liked how everything intertwined with the timeline of the original Avengers, how they all got together. And I loved the ending, how even though all the Avengers were dead, it was quite dark. Like, we lost Black Widow, we lost Hawkeye, and so on. Like, there was still a little bit of hope at the end with Nick Fury finding Cap's shield. He's still in the ice, and obviously Captain Marvel coming in, which I'm not even mad at, because at this point Nick's like, let me just call him Captain Marvel, because I just lost my whole backup plan I've been planning for years and years now. This is crazy. I even lost the Hulk. What's going on? But yeah, man, good episode. This is the kind of what if I want. This is what if should be, not just character swaps and gender swaps, race swaps, and it's just that character swaps that don't even make sense. Like Star-Lord T'Challa, who got his name somehow when that name was specific to Peter Quill. It's like what if T'Challa and Star-Lord swapped and they called Peter Quill T'Challa? Like, I don't even know. Actually, that would make more sense, because he would be growing up in Wakanda. He would be a kid of Wakanda. Like, they'd name him like T'Challa. Star-Lord, T'Challa had no interaction with Peter's mum. If he did, maybe that would have been different. Maybe he was adopted by Peter's mum or something. But anyway, so I need to stop talking about episode 2. Right, episode 3. Thumbs up, full thumbs up. It was good. The only criticism I have of episode 3 was that I love the tone, love the dark tone. Like, it had to have a dark tone since all the Avengers are dying, but I hated the over-the-top comedy to compensate, because it just felt super out of place, especially when Coulson was like, oh, smells like a good dead cadaver. He didn't say that, but he basically said that. He said, this smells like a nice dead body. Like, that was weird. So don't do stupid humour like that. Just keep the tone. Might as well just keep it dead serious, because it engages you more. I love the mystery. You didn't have a clue who was doing this. I was like, who could be doing this? Was it Thanos? No, it can't be Thanos. Was it Loki? No, it's not even Loki. I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me. I love seeing Sif. That was good. It was nice to see Sif again. Lady Sif. Hopefully we'll see her again in Love and Thunder. I don't know if we will. But anyway, I think I've been talking about this too long. That's my review of episode 3, What If. If you liked it, give me a like, subscribe, and stop leaving messed up comments. Like, I already knew I was going to like this. You didn't catch me. You didn't get me in a gotcha, Roger Black. yeah, I knew I was going to like these ones probably because I knew they weren't going to be focused on stupid character swaps that are just like not interesting or imaginative. But yeah, anyway, that's my review. If you liked it, give me a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notifications, and I'll see you again. Peace.